Wars was cancelled back in 2003, we could have lost the sport forever. But today on April's Tech Talk, we'll be talking to one of the people that made sure that did not happen. We will be talking to John Finlay. For over a decade, roaming robots have kept the sport of robot fighting alive, now rebranded as Extreme Robots. I'll be talking to Jono and in his freezing workshop and asking him some unusual and silly questions. I'm here in a cold workshop with a legendary roboteer. Major Damage, what did you think of Robot Wars? Nah, just hold a sec, I'm only joking. We're here with John Findlay. This is Jono, I've known him since I was born, and do you want to tell us who you are, what you do?
Okay, so my name is John Findlay. I'm the co-director of Roaming Robots Limited, and we run robot shows all over the UK. So we did the Robot Wars live tour up until last year, and then we've got our new brand, our new show, Extreme Robots. So we're going to have spinning weapons, mass destruction in our brand new arena. I also do a lot of work in schools, primary schools, secondary schools, and working for the Prince's Trust, using the Robot Wars theme, building robots as a great way of promoting engineering and just giving people a kickstart in their lives if they need it.
So I'm doing my Tech Talk show, if you would like to answer some of my questions.
Yeah, go on then, far away.
Which is your favourite robot of all time?
It's actually Hypnodisc, and it's Hypnodisc's fault that I got into robots, because I saw it, I think it was Series 3, destroying one of the robots, and I thought, you know what, I could have a go at doing that. So yeah, I'd say Hypnodisc is my favourite.
What is your favourite part of building robots?
I actually like the design part, so it's coming up with a concept, working out how I'm going to make it, and then actually building it. And then once I've finished it, I then want to build another robot. So it's all the design phase for me.
Are you a better builder than me?
Yeah, definitely. But I've been doing it for 15 years, but I'm sure you'll get there, and maybe one day you will be better than me.
What is your favourite tool?
It'd have to be my welder. There's nothing that I can't build with my welder. It's like a big glue gun, but I can stick metal together. So yeah, definitely my welder.
Who is your favourite house robot?
Well, I'm actually sat on him at the moment, so Major Damage is my favourite.
You can't choose your own.
Okay, so from Robot Wars, I'd have to say Growler. Really fast, really powerful, and it's a robot that I would have loved to have had a go at driving.
You wouldn't believe it, but my daddy likes that one as well.
He's got a good choice.
My favourite's Matilda.
Oh, okay, good one.
Where is the best place you've done a show?
Back in 2011, we did one of our big shows at the O2 Arena in London, so I'd definitely say that was one of our high profile, one of our better events.
Okay. Did you like the celebrity edition of Robot Wars, and what celebrity would you have chosen?
I did enjoy it. It's always good seeing new people trying to drive robots, and it actually portrays how hard it is to drive the robots. In terms of celebrities, I think it would have actually been really good to get Craig Charles and Philippa Forrester back and let them actually have a go at driving a robot.
Well, that would have caused a bit of trouble, don't you think?
Yeah, but it would have been fun though.
I suppose so. If you could make up one new rule, even if it was silly, like all armour had to be made up of chocolate, what would it be?
That's a good question. My answer is probably not too dissimilar to your chocolate, although not quite as silly. I think the weight limit should go back down to 80 kilos, and I think we should ban hardened steel like hard ox to make it really tough to build robots. I think it's quite easy to build robots now.
How many schools have you been to?
Now that's a tough question because I've been doing schoolwork for over 15 years. So if you say that I've done 3 or 4 a week for say 45 weeks of the year, over 15 years, you're probably looking at about 2,500 schools. But that's not all individual schools, because most of my schools, they rebook me every year. So we'll say, yeah, 2,500.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is a lot of schools.
What was the best robot you ever saw in your school workshops?
I've had hundreds of really good robots in the school workshops, but one that springs to mind was a robot which I think was called the Magic Roundabout. So basically the students made it into a circle. They turned it into, it looked like a roundabout, and they had lots of sharp scissors on it, and the whole thing span round. So that was a bit of comedy, and it was different, unique, so I think I'd probably say, yeah, the Magic Roundabout.
What did you think of GlitterBomb, and do you think he'll do well in your live shows?
It's very pink, I'll give you that. And in the live shows, I think it'll actually be really good. We don't have very many axes, so there's a lot of flippers, and then hopefully this year we're going to have spinning discs as well. So I think it'll do really well. I look forward to seeing it, hopefully.
What do you think of the new GlitterBomb?
I think you've done a really good job at creating something that's definitely unique, and I look forward to seeing it actually in action and seeing if it's as good as what it looks.
Okay, I think it looks cool too. Do different colours make a robot better or worse?
That's a difficult question, because I think when you first think about it, you think, oh, it doesn't matter what colour it is. But then when you really think about it, and you imagine you've got a robot that's maybe painted silly, then your opponents might not actually take you seriously, so it might lull them into a false sense of security. So it could actually be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on what's inside your robot.
Well, GlitterBomb is pink, and they don't really take pink robots seriously, because it's pink and glittery.
Well, that's what's inside that counts.
If I win one of your events, will you paint Major Damage pink?
I think you'd have to ask him. Try asking him.
Can I paint me glitter pink?
I don't think he's too impressed. I think the answer is no.
Well, he didn't say no. Do you have any battery drills that you actually use as battery drills?
I actually am a bit greedy. I've got 4, and the main reason why I got 4 is when we do the arena, we have to undo all the screws from the wood, so we have a team of people doing that. So yeah, so I'm greedy. I've got 4 actually.
My daddy doesn't.
Well, doesn't have any.
No. My daddy uses them all on the robots. He uses parts of the drills and he puts them to do the robot.
Maybe you need to buy
so
them
he
off for
takes them
Christmas.
apart.
Maybe you need to buy them all for Christmas.
Yeah. I know robots are your job, but what do you want to do when you're grown up?
I actually want to retire on a desert island and do absolutely nothing, because my life is so hectic.
I was thinking more of a different job.
I don't want to do a different job. I enjoy my job.
Well, you are playing with robots, so that's a bit babyish.
It's my job.
Well, anyway, let's carry on. Okay, last question now. Who is your favourite roboteer?
Oh, now that's a tricky one, because there's a lot of fun people and I've made a lot of friends over the years. But I think I'd have to say Jason from Thor. We spend a lot of time on the phone, bouncing ideas, deciding on what we're going to do when we're building robots. He's quite competitive like me and enjoys building the robots. So yeah, I'd say Jason from Thor.
Yeah, well, we're good friends with Thor as well. So let's just say that he is very good at what he does, and I think you're right there.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
So there you go. Those are some unusual questions that you don't hear every day. But that's all from me for today. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you next time.